And so I learned lots of lessons, and I had to decide, well, why do I want to be positive? Well, there's this thing called the law of attraction, right? And when you put things out there in the universe, it will come back to you. So if you put out things that are kind of bad, or I'm down today. Gee, I don't feel so good today. Gee, I really wish that wouldn't have happened. Then that's going to come back to you. But if you put out there and say, you know what? I can handle this. I'm going to see the positive side of this. Then all of a sudden, the positive things start coming back to you. Do you all agree with that? Yes, absolutely. So when I started my journey to be a more positive person, I started looking at quotes. And I loved this one. For every minute of anger, you lose 60 seconds of joy. I don't want to lose any joy. And so, I thought, you know what? That's really true. For every minute of anger, you lose 60 seconds of joy. And I don't want to lose any joy. And then I found out that some of it is in my mind. The city of happiness is in the state of mind. I thought, wow, that's pretty amazing. How can that be true? But I learned that it is true. It's how you view things. It's when you're looking at things and you're saying, well, what can I find positive in this? That's what happens when you see the city of happiness is in the state of mind. It's how I'm looking at things and how I'm viewing things. Because it relates to your psychological filters. You see there that there's an activating event, and then unknowing to you, until right now, you run it through your filters. So your belief system. What did I believe about this event? You run it through your expectations. What did I expect to happen out of this event? How do I evaluate this event? And then you run it through your past experiences and you say, and sometimes we'll make associations that we shouldn't be making because the event is different. And then, of course, you have the personality factor. Do you know people that just have rose-colored glasses on and they see everything that's great in the world, they never see anything wrong? And then do you know people that are kind of like, well, I'm not sure why that happened or why me. I think we know. And some of that's related to your personality. So if you tend to have a personality that's like, oh, why me? Then this is a great learning strategy for you. And you need to go find those people that are wearing those rose-colored glasses and be a really good friend to them, okay? I think Kim's one of those in the room, right? Wave to him, Kim. If you want to be happy, go see Kim. Now, let me explain how this activating event works out here. Let's say you have two students, and they are both taking the same trigonometry test. And one student has studied really hard. They want to get a great scholarship to go to college, and they want 100 so bad on this trigonometry test. And the other student's going like, well, you know what? If I get an 80, I'm going to be happy. So you have the event, right? The trigonometry test. But do you see how they're both running it through different belief systems and different expectations of what's going to happen? Well, when they get their papers back, they both get 90s. So when they're running it through their psychological filters, the student that wanted 100 is going, oh my word, what happened? I studied really hard. I don't know why I got a 90 on this test. And the student that wanted an 80 was going to be really satisfied with that. It's going, me, look at me, who would have thought? Who would have thought that I could have gotten a 90 on this test? So that tells you that you have an activating event and you have a psychological filter that you run it through and then you get your coping response. I hope that makes sense to you, and you're probably thinking in your mind, okay, yeah, what about that? Now, this relates to the power that you have to exercise choice when you run through those events, because you do have a choice there. You feel pure emotion. I'm going to give you that. So whether it's an ecstatic emotion or whether it's a sad emotion or whatever it could be, you will have that emotion. And then it is your choice. How am I going to react to this? If you react like, well, I can make this work, I will push through this, I can see a path forward, then you're seeing whatever happened to you as an opportunity. Whether it's an opportunity to learn, whether it's an opportunity to grow, whether it's an opportunity to learn to be more patient, whatever it is, you are going to learn and grow with that. But if you see it as an obstacle, then you're going to say, and you start that little cycle down to depression. And you start it down to the less positive side of life. Does that kind of make sense to all of you as you understand that? So what you want to do, let's say that you walk in the morning and your manager doesn't quite shake your hand and say, "Good morning, how are you?" And you go, what a grump. Or you can say, "Well, they're just preoccupied today." And I actually had a man we were in a training session, and a man actually stood up and told his teammates, he said, "Look, if I'm walking down the hall and I don't greet you, and make eye contact and all of that," he says, "it's not that I'm being unfriendly, it's because I'm so focused on the problem and I want to solve it." So you give that person the benefit of a doubt. And if you'd planned a day out, and you're going to go to the park, take your kids, your extended family, mom, dad, whatever, and you're going to have a great day at the park, and it rains, what do you say? Well, we'll play indoor games. So instead of letting it ruin the day, you find another choice. You have another choice there. And of course, the last one is, if you have a fight with your spouse, or someone on the team, you say, "Whoa, oh, that really cleared the air." See, there are choices that you can make. And so remember that, and you can see that it's a K there, because my name starts with the K, it's Karla. So remember that Karla taught you that you have a choice.